Hey guys, it's Regina. I'm very sorry for the delay today. I have been quite busy. I had an exam today, so, college student and all that. I'm going to read you 4 things from Lana Vawser. If you don't know her, please go to her website. It's very simple, lanavawser.com. That's spelled Vawser. That's her last name, Lana Vawser. She is an amazing woman of God. I hope to one day get to meet her. She is on point in just being obedient to him and listening to what he has to say to share with the body. It's always encouraging, it's always uplifting, and it's always exactly what you needed at that time. So these are the ones that I really just felt blessed me and just helped me to realize destiny. And I'll go deeper into that in a moment. But this one there is called Shifting of Gears. So this one's October 15th, 2015. There is a shifting of gears taking place right now. The Lord is changing things around, rearranging and adjusting speeds. This is a time to really stay flexible and surrendered to Him. What is before you may be unexpected, and it may feel like a huge sifting is taking place, and there is, but as you stay close to Him, you will see the sifting lead you into your next demonstration of heavenly shifting. The change of gear may not be what you expect, but it is going to lead you to an even greater blessing. And then there's Bridges of Favor, and this was October 16th. The Lord is building bridges of favor, leading His people to unexpected but glorious new relationships and places. Be on the lookout for the bridges, connections, and networks He is building before you, for they are leading to a new level of birthing and catapulting. These bridges are opening greater doors of divine destiny. Don't be put off by how they look or where you think they are leading. Follow the prompting of His Spirit, for He is leading you into a glorious place where only He could get you. And then, this one I really liked. This one was 2 days ago on October 24th. Be positioned in worship for encounters that will release a turning of the D's. The Lord is turning discouragement, disappointment, delays, and despair over lives to destiny doors, deserts and lives receiving double downpours and downloads, droughts to dams about to expand and explode, divine displays and drifting and doubting to definite divine direction. Daybreak is dawning. That is a tongue twister. And the last one is breaking through into the new. He is breaking many through, and this one was today. This one was October 26, 2015. He is breaking many through into the new. There has been a cost, there has been a price, there has been pressing, and there has been pain, but some of your greatest steps are before you. Many of you are meeting your point of catapult into the new the Lord has for you. For some of you, it is bigger and more overwhelming than you thought, dreamed of, or imagined, but be at peace knowing that there is great grace over you as you move forward and all the Lord is asking you to do and releasing you into. Don't let the enemy stir fear in your heart by the magnitude of what is before you, but allow the Spirit of God in the chamber of intimacy to fill your heart with excitement, hope, and heavenly prophetic vision and insight to see the seed of breakthrough that is going to flourish as you step into the new before you. The path of the new before you has been paved by the hand of a good Father. You may feel like you are stepping in over your head, but the truth is, your best days are ahead. Stay in faith, focus on Him and what He is doing, for glorious encounters with Him and radical new depths await you in the next steps of the new that are right before you. What I really want to emphasize is, I'd say about 3 or 4 times in this just one thing called breaking through into the new, she says before you. It's before you. And when you think about something being before you, it means it's right in front of you. It's not hard to attain. It's not way far off. It's right before you. And that's really what it comes down to. Destiny is right before you, and it is exactly where you are positioned is where you need to be. He has already done his repositioning of people. I mean, right now is the time where he's pouring it on and he's getting you to that point where you're going to start moving forward and stepping out. And it's going to be awesome. And I just want to say, like, your destiny is right before you, and you don't compare your destiny to someone else's destiny. And I think a lot of times we do that, especially in, being kingdom minded, because we are designed for greatness. And so sometimes we can be like, well, why is this other person being greater than I am? No, that's not the mindset to have. And I know that we can be guilty of it. But the mindset is to be, what can I do to fulfill the scroll that you wrote for me? And what can I do to fulfill the assignments that you placed over my life? Because they're for greater good. And those assignments are something that is just going to be like more than you ever imagined or dreamed that you could do on your own. When it's from God, it's almost impossible to accomplish, but then He just swoops in and, like these things have said, gives you divine connections, divine strategy, divine wisdom, and you see yourself just doing it and you're like, what? This is insane. How am I doing this? Because it's the grace of God and it's the favor of God and it's the direction of God, because He sees your heart and He knows that your heart is to be submitted to Him. And as you are submitted to Him and as you are genuinely in love with Him, He's going to pour out His goodness on you. I mean, why wouldn't He? He's not a bad God. So anyways, getting back to what I was saying, I think some of you are discouraged and you feel like, well, why isn't it breaking through for me? What am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong if you are submitted to God and you are building your relationship with Him and you are being serious about Him and what He is showing you. What you need to do is you need to put that shield of faith up and you need to start stepping out. If God directs you to a place or directs you to do something, then do it. Don't hold back. Don't have fear. Don't listen to other people's negative thoughts or words, because that will happen. And sometimes it'll be people that are very close to you. But you have to be you and God. You have to know, like, even if everyone around you is saying, hey, don't do that, if God's telling you to do it, and you know God's voice, you need to listen to it, because you're going to have great reward in it. And a lot of times when it's Him saying things to you, the enemy will try to use other people to try and keep you from doing certain things. Do not have fear. Do not doubt. Do not think that you aren't good enough or aren't able to accomplish whatever big destiny is before you. Some of you have huge things that you want to accomplish just with this year, but it won't get accomplished if you don't start taking the next scary step. That's what I used to tell one of my friends. She was really in love with a guy, and she was so afraid because she'd been so hurt before. And I just said, just do the next scary step. And so she'd do the next scary step, and before you knew it, she got married to that person. So it's just kind of the same concept. Do the next scary step, whatever that is. If it's building your business, if it's making connections with someone in a church, if it's going and evangelizing, whatever it might be, just do that next scary step. And as you keep taking those next scary steps, before you know it, you have just become a great big overcomer. And that's what I want to say to you is you're an overcomer, and you might not feel like you're an overcomer, but you take your eyes off the circumstances and you look at what God told you, whether it was 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, whatever He put in your heart to accomplish, it's supposed to still be there. So don't let the enemy steal it away. I did. I let the enemy steal something away from me. I wanted to be a wedding planner for a really long time, and I gave up on it because I was just like, psh, it's never going to happen. Too many roadblocks, too many obstacles that keep coming up. And lo and behold, the year of Jubilee, the idea is presented to me again, and I really feel like it is something I could do. Um, and so a lot of times it has to do with timing too, you know? So just keep taking your next scary step. Keep believing that you're a son or daughter of God and you're so awesome to Him and He has like nothing but favor and good things for you. But the key and the most important thing that you have to remember, because you do not want to fall into pride, is you got to be submitted to Him. What does He want you to do? Not what does everyone else want you to do? What does God want you to do? And then when you do that and you show Him in your actions that you are serious about you and Him, He's gonna go ahead and just make everything else kind of flow. That's what I believe. I believe the more that we submit to Him and the more that we are in relationship with Him and the more that we put Him at the top of our list, number one, the more everything else flows. I know that there's a scripture that talks about um, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto you. Well, the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. And I don't think that that's just like put your focus only on the kingdom and then He's just going to give it. I think it's more like He gives you that time back. He gives you the strategy. He gives you the insight as to what it is that He wants you to do or where He wants you to go in regards to um, furthering the kingdom. And your goal's already furthering the kingdom. You're already abiding in God. And so by doing that, He's of course going to back you up. Of course, He's going to be right by your side, helping you to accomplish those big, seemingly impossible things. But the thing is, you've got to take the next scary step. That's what I want you to get in your head. Drill it in your head. The next scary step. What does that look like? Ask Him, talk to Him about it, and then do it. Okay, that's it for today because I have so much schoolwork. It's not even funny. But I will be back tomorrow doing audio again. For this week, it'll just be audio. Apologize, but that's just how it's going to go until I get all this schoolwork done. All right, love you guys. Bye.